everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
It does not behave as it should.
And three, that is right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going for 3 new movies that I am reviewing in the month of July in 2020. Now, once again, this is a movie that I had no idea was coming out on Amazon Prime, but thanks to all the voices in the YouTube film critics community, on time, I was able to watch Radioactive, which is the new biopic about Marie Curie, the famous female scientist truly ahead of her time who discovered radioactivity as well as 2 new elements, one of course including radium. And this movie stars a great cast, including one of my favorite actresses in film right now, that is Rosamund Pike, as well as Sam Riley as Pierre Curie and Anya Taylor-Joy as Marie Curie's daughter. This movie is directed by Marjane Satrapi, who is responsible for the animated film Persepolis, which is a fan favorite amongst animation fans. So, Marie Curie, that's a name that we all know, and we all know all of the breakthroughs that she had in the world of chemistry as well as science in general, and all of the good and unfortunately the bad that came with her discoveries. I was very interested in seeing the story of Marie Curie, especially knowing who she is and what she had accomplished. And unfortunately, it was not the movie that I expected, and especially the movie that I wanted. Now, granted, there are some very good things to take away from this film. The acting is definitely one of them. Rosamund Pike does a fantastic job as playing Madame Curie, although I feel that when I've taken a look at some of her past performances, including one of my personal favorites, which of course is from one of my all-time favorite movies, Gone Girl, directed by David Fincher, this one doesn't really hit the mark as strongly as a movie like Gone Girl, although I will say that I appreciated what she brought to Marie Curie, seeing her ambition, seeing her drive, and seeing how much not only was her pride important to her for the times that she was living in, but she was more driven by what she was trying to accomplish and what good it could possibly do for the world of science. The relationship that Marie Curie had with her husband Pierre is truly a remarkable one. Their love truly drove the science and drove their innovation, and the chemistry between Rosamund Pike and Sam Riley is definitely one of the better ones that I have seen in movies in recent days. Seeing Anya Taylor-Joy show up as their daughter was a big surprise. I honestly had no idea that she was in this movie, but she comes into the film a little bit towards the end. But one of the things that I definitely will give this film credit for is some of the direction in regards to how the movie was shown. What I truly appreciated was some of the time shifting, because it's not just about seeing what Marie Curie was like as a child and what she was like during her older years, but what I really appreciated was seeing more about how one of the main characters of the film is the science of radiation and the discovery of radioactivity itself. Seeing the good that it does, moving into the 50s, like finding ways to examine and possibly slow down and cure cancer, to some of the most horrible things that we have seen these types of materials do, like the dropping of the bomb on Hiroshima in 1945, as well as Chernobyl burning in the 1980s, and seeing that all of these things were because of what Marie Curie discovered is definitely something that she needs to be acknowledged for, whether it was positive or negative, because if it wasn't for her discoveries, some of these amazing feats and some of these unfortunate tragedies would have never taken place and shaped this world for better or possibly for worse. Also, it was nice to see her getting the Nobel Prize not once but twice, especially being the first woman to receive it, and all of the amazing accolades that were driven all because she just wanted to discover this one little element called radioactivity. But as far as I'm concerned, as a whole, this movie could have been so much better, especially because of how important this person is to the world of science and to the world of history. I felt that this movie was not executed as great as it could have been. It was very fast-paced. Even though the character development was good, I felt that we could have gotten a little bit more, and there were some points in time where I really didn't appreciate Madame Curie in regards to her portrayal in this film, because I never really looked at her as someone that was sometimes very, very vicious. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the fact that she had an amazing drive, but I never really looked at her as being someone that was arrogant, especially when she had that major fight between her and her husband, all because of the fact that he went to go accept the Nobel Prize the first time in 1903, and she did something that I really didn't think she should have done. But again, this could have also just been for the sake of drama in a film. I don't know if that was actually something that happened, and that's one of the few things that can sometimes make or break a biopic for me, because even though it is about a real person and real historic events, some of the things that are put into a film for dramatic value is not necessarily something that might in fact have happened, and the perception of the character in certain ways is not something that I always want to take away from that. But either way, I feel that this is still a good movie to see because Madame Curie is a legend. She did the impossible. She gave us cancer treatment. She gave us x-rays. And especially at the end, where you really see her doing all this good for World War I with her daughter by her side, was definitely heartwarming, and her finally really taking her entire history and her culmination of everything that she had done and really just putting it to work and really showing people that even though there is a lot of danger that comes with radioactivity, there is a lot of great that can be done. But I just wish that this could have been executed much, much better. This is not necessarily a movie that I want to see again, and it's definitely not a movie that I will be getting on DVD, if in fact it does come to DVD. I don't really know what happens to these Prime movies, but I also do not see this movie getting any acknowledgement at the Oscars, although considering how few movies have been given to this world in 2020, there is a very good chance that I can see Rosamund Pike especially getting nominated for Best Actress. But I wish this movie could have been a whole lot better, so I'm going to be giving Radioactive 2 stars out of 4. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Radioactive, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.